Meet the boys of Big Bang.
Big Bang!
They're Asia's, maybe even the world's biggest boy band. You may not have heard of them, but their songs dominate charts.
Wow, fantastic, baby.
Their concerts sell out global stadiums from Las Vegas to Toronto, and their fans are as wide-reaching as they are obsessed. The 5 members of this Korean pop group, G-Dragon, Taeyang, Top, Taesung and Sungmi, may look young, but this year marks their 10th anniversary, a milestone that celebrates their journeys from boys to men, rookies to superstars. Signing under the famous YG label in their teens, their portfolio not only boasts numerous award-winning albums, but films, television series, fashion and cosmetic labels. The list goes on. But with any great act, their days as a group may be numbered, as they soon will have to face the reality of South Korea's mandatory military service.
Good to see you. Hello.
This month on Talk Asia, we catch up with the 5 members in Seoul in a rare interview that celebrates their decade together and what could be the final act of Big Bang.
Big Bang, welcome. Thank you for doing this. Now, you
having
are
us.
one of the biggest bands in the world at the moment. You are playing to massive stadiums.
Thank you for saying that.
Of course, I have to say it, it's true. Last year, you made more money than Maroon 5, the highest paid all-male group in America. You're bigger than all of the bands in South Korea. What makes you different?
일단 개성들이 다 틀린 것 같아요. 팀 같은 경우에는.
We all have different characteristics. When all 5 of us are together, I think people like that vivid energy that comes out on stage.
그리고 이게 어떤 무대라는 게 점점
Music tends to become a bit standardized after a while, but I think with the 5 of us, each of us brings our own personalities and talent on stage.
좀 재미가 다 다른 것 같아요. 처음부터 끝까지.
It's not a performance with just one color from beginning to end. There are also solo parts in between. There's this flow, and that's what we care about most. Doing some sort of surprise entry for the opening, performing some fast-tempo songs in between to get the crowd excited in the beginning, while giving them time to relax here and there. We'll also do some emotional songs, and then throw in fun parts to get rid of the boredom. We bring the excitement to a climax and burst in the end. We think a lot about this kind of flow.
단순하게 얘기하자면 뭐가
I think we can't help but to be different from the other groups, because it's us 5.
But what happens when you walk out on the stage and you hear the screams? You hear the men, the women, the boys, the girls screaming your name. How does that feel?
사실 무대에 처음
When you first get on stage and the LEDs turn on, you really can't see anything at that moment because of the light. Not long ago, we had a performance at Nagai Stadium in Japan, which held about 60,000 seats. It was the first time we played in the afternoon, so we were able to clearly see each and every audience member in the stands. It's hard to put that in words, the feeling of something boiling up inside of you.
Their latest concert tour, Made, sold over 1.5 million seats worldwide, filling out stadiums from Las Vegas to Australia. It was their first major release after a 3-year hiatus, and their comeback marks 10 years of Big Bang, a milestone that becomes more significant when you consider their counterparts. One Direction made it to 5 years, 90s boy band NSYNC 7.
You have literally grown from boys to men together. How do you manage to do that and still make it look fun?
아무래도
Well, of course there have been hard times in between, but the more time we spend together, the more time we make each other laugh, the more we have fun together. And over time, that level of closeness becomes more and more, and we are the happiest when the 5 of us are together.
멤버이기도 하지만
They're fellow band members, but they're also brothers. They're family. Because we spend so much time together, we have that kind of feeling of intimacy and a bond that's very different from other boy bands.
But I mean, you must drive each other mad sometimes. You spend a lot of time together. I mean, what do you disagree on?
I mean, sometimes, but I mean, it's not a big deal.
저희 같은 경우는 일단은
In our case, we've never fought over the past 10 years, not even once. When you look at why, it's because everyone has such different personalities and tendencies. So we don't have many occasions to collide. We're a good match for each other.
싸울 일이 없다는 게
What we mean by there haven't been occasions to fight is that we normally tell each other right away when we don't like something. We just tell each other right away, you're in the wrong for doing that. I think that's the biggest secret to lasting for 10 years.
You clearly have very different personalities, so help me understand who's who. Who would you say is the joker amongst you?
In a band? 다 상황에 따라 다른데.
It depends on the situation, but Top is the biggest joker, even though he's the oldest. In Korea, the older brother and younger brother relationship is more complicated than other countries. So as the older brother, like a friend, he makes us feel comfortable.
Okay, so who's in charge? Or who thinks they're in charge?
그런 거 없어.
저희는 다 친구라고 생각하고 사실 그런 거가 없어요.
We all think of each other as friends, and we don't really have such a thing. But because we do have work to do, well, as everyone knows, the leader of Big Bang is G-Dragon. When we do work, and when we decide on something, we each have our own opinions, but we ask and respect his opinion the most. Captain?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so next question. Who is the peacemaker? Who steps in where it gets a bit heavy?
I think him.
You? Yeah?
왜냐면 중간 역할이에요.
Because he takes the middle role in the group. He has younger brothers. I'm the leader, but also an older brother, so he balances it out very well in the middle.
His personality itself is a bit of a peacemaker.
Well.
Okay, so who's the ladies' man?
Ladies' man.
Right here.
Well, he's not really a ladies' man. I think Daesung is the ladies' man.
You're not denying it.
Officially 하기는 ladies man 하면은
Officially, when you say ladies' man, many people think it would be G-Dragon. But Daesung really is the king of being a ladies' man.
king of the ladies man.
I'm always good to ladies. He's good player. He's a good player. Not playboy, but
Good to play.
he knows how to play.
Is this true?
I won't deny it.
So, G-Dragon Sungri, I've heard in the past that you have been described as Tom and Jerry because you used to fight so
How
much.
did you know that?
Is this true?
I mean, I don't know where the word came from, but 그래 보이나 봐요.
I guess that's how it looks like. Because he's the youngest, and I'm the leader, that's how we met in the beginning. So I tease him the most, and he takes it well. But in the end, it always feels like he's the one that's winning. So I think that's why.
Yeah, Jerry always wins in the cartoon in the end.
Even though Tom looks stronger.
Tom bullies Jerry, but it's Jerry who wins in the end. That's why they're called Tom and Jerry.
I think they're right.
Okay, so you're Jerry.
Bang, bang, bang.
Coming up,
And the South Korean government actually used it to blast across the DMZ. How does that feel?